Once upon a time, in a quaint little village surrounded by an enchanting forest, there lived a spirited young girl who always wore a cloak of red. Her name was Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother handed her a basket filled with treats and instructed her to bring them to her grandmother, who lived on the other side of the forest. With a heart full of excitement, Little Red Riding Hood set off on her journey, her vibrant red hood dancing in the breeze as she skipped along the familiar paths of the woods. The forest was a land of wonder, teeming with life, painted with the colors of moss and leaf, and ever drumming with the mysterious whisper of the wind. As Little Red Riding Hood meandered through the woods, breathing in the forest's fresh scents, a cunning wolf, with eyes glinting like embers, slinked from shadows. "Where are you going, dear child?" the wolf inquired with a grin that was far too wide. "To my grandmother's house. She's feeling unwell, and I have treats to cheer her up," replied Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf devised a plan. He knew the forest better than anyone and took a shortcut, reaching the grandmother's house before Little Red Riding Hood. Disguising himself in the grandmother's clothes, he tucked himself in her bed, awaiting the little girl. When Little Red Riding Hood arrived, she found her grandmother looking rather peculiar. "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have!" she exclaimed. "The better to see you with, my dear," the wolf replied, playing his part masterfully. The deception continued until finally, the wolf revealed his true identity, lunging at Little Red Riding Hood. Just as his sharp claws were about to ensnare her, a brave lumberjack who was passing by heard the commotion and charged in with unwavering courage. He subdued the wolf, freeing Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother from their perilous predicament. Filled with gratitude, Little Red Riding Hood embraced her grandmother and the lumberjack, thankful for their safety. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the forest, Little Red Riding Hood, her grandmother, and the lumberjack waved goodbye. A silent nod to the lesson learned, to tread carefully and always be wary of wolves in the